Okay, good morning student. Welcome in Science 1, chapter number 1, part 2. I have tried to explain word gravitation. It is an attraction of all the objects on earth towards the center of the earth. That is gravitation. Gravitation always not towards the object, not towards the earth, but towards the center. That we have to remember. Then, and one word I said to remember, that is Newton. Scientist Newton have given this definition, concept regarding gravitation. From his experience that apple is falling downward, after becoming free from the tree, it is not going up, it is going down. Then he asked the question, why? Every new science discovered start from why. In mobile we are talking, there is no wire. In all over the world we can talk without wire, cordless. Just dial the number, to that particular number you can talk. Why? How? Forget that long distance example. At your home there are lots of remote control operated gadget, fan event, VCR, TV. You are operating with remote control. So in that device and this device, it is not connected with the wire. So by invisible ray, they are connected. So when you will ask why, you will get knowledge. The concept based question of the science is why. So from that apple, he thought that why is coming always down, not up, not left, not right, always in same direction. From anywhere it will cut, it comes directly, horizontally, perpendicular to the surface, tries to move towards the center of the earth. So there must be a power, there must be a force of attraction. So when you leave any substance, you can give the height by your muscles power, by force, by uplifting. When you will release, it comes down. So that is gravitation force. Gravitation force always towards the center. And each and every substance, when we allow to flow, it goes down. Then we have discussed force and motion. Motion, I have explained three types: straight line, circular, and in vibration. Means in same path it comes again and again, to and fro. In a straight line, direction will not change. In a circular, direction will change. In a pendulum form, direction will change. Then Kepler's law. first, second, third. These three laws, very important. The orbit of a planet is an ellipse with the sun at one foci. Sun is at the center. The planets are revolving not in a particular circular motion, in an oval shape, that is ellipse. Second, in a particular time interval, same time interval, for example from A to B 1 hour this much travel, in PQR, P to R 1 hour travel this much, L to M travel this much in 1 hour. So when that starting and ending point, when you will connect with the center, so that area, this area and this area, here the distance is less, this distance is more. Here this distance is more, this distance is less. But overall, all three area which I have marked, remove Sahil. Remove Sahil. No, you just Daksh, you remove. Daksh can. Okay, next. Sahil 36, no, roll number 36, I think. First, that it is in ellipse shape, oval shape. Second, area covered within a regular interval of time, 1 hour, that example I have taken. So that area means end point and starting point when you will join with the center, it is same, 1, 2, 3. Third, the square of the time period of revolution around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of the radii. This is the oval shape. This radii is more, this radii is less, but we for that we have to take average radii. So from here to here, to complete one rotation, that is time, and here long radii, here short radii, so we have to take the average radii. So time taken for completion of one rotation and the average radii means at the end, time of completion of one revolution square and cube of the radii, this ratio will be the constant. So that is a third rule. Yesterday also I have explained, today I have repeated why. In this chapter, this point, it is a cream part. 101% they will ask this. Directly they can ask first, second, third, or by diagram they will ask which law is this, by this and this. You have to identify first, second, third. or you have to describe. That is why deeply I have covered this topic 2 times. First, if planets are revolving around the sun, is not in a particular circular orbit, it is in oval shape, that is ellipse. That is first description. Second, in a regular time interval, area covered by that planet will be equal. Suppose it is very much near, and within 1 hour, how much area covered? It is far. In 1 hour, how much area covered? So in a regular interval of time, you can take 1 minute. In 1 minute, how much area? In 1 minute, how much area from this side, from this side, from this side? So in a regular time interval, area covered will be the same. In third, from the formula only you have to describe T square by R cube. So the square of time for remove 13 number, remove that Sahil, no, this 13, that was 35, 37 Sahil and 30 नहीं साहिल, और ये कौन? नहीं साहिल, साहिल जो जिसको रिमूव किया, और ये अभी 13 कौन थे? 13 सुजल, उजैफ, अरे दक्ष, you don't know to whom you have removed. Fuzel, (13 and 16), no? Okay. Now who share or who tries to speak something, remove. No need of my permission. Newton's universal law of gravitation. This is very, very, very important. Okay. Earth is there are different objects at different height. All are tries to move at the center. Now, one object, second object is Earth. Earth is common. One object Earth, one object Earth, one object Earth, one object Earth. Now here two part. One object is any the things on Earth. Second, we are considering as a Earth. Now from that only, second concept, that these and these attract each other, these and these attract each other. Okay. So if a magnet is big, a nail is very small, one small part of iron, then this will attract to this. And if magnet is small and this iron part is big, suppose it is a screw, Now this will attract to this. जब ये magnet बड़ा है तो that object will comes to the magnet. And when magnet is very small and the object is big, so magnet will go to that. Means attraction always towards a bigger mass. So this is a biggest compared to if अरे 200 माले की बिल्डिंग भी ले लो, when it collapses, it will comes down. So heavy to heavy body will attract towards the center of the earth, because compared to the earth, nothing is heavier more than earth. So that is why all are attracting towards this. Here attraction I have given on both the sides. If it is north and south, it is a magnet, big magnet. This is a very small part of the iron. It will attract over that because this is a bigger mass. Now magnet is very small. Take a small piece, and this is iron part is bigger. So magnet now will attract. So two body on a earth have. Now what happened to Krunal? Thus what happened to Krunal? You have removed Krunal, no message came. Okay. So object and earth both attract each other, but this is a smaller mass, this is a bigger mass. So smaller mass attract towards the bigger mass. These are the two examples. With the help of magnet I tries to explain that which attract which. Both have the attraction power. These have attraction power towards this. These have attraction power towards this. This have attraction power towards this. This also have attraction power towards it. But who will attract towards it? Whose mass is greater? Whose mass is less? It will attract toward a bigger mass. That is why all the objects attract towards the earth. So that is the reason why object attract towards the center of the earth only, not to the other object. Now this is A part, this is B part. A and B attract each other, but B is very smaller compared to A, so B will attract towards the A. Now exactly like that, two substances on earth, there are two objects, this is A and this is B. They will attract towards the earth also, and they will attract to each other also. So any two body on a earth will attract each other also. Not towards the center of the earth, that is okay, that is a gravitational force. But in that too also there is attraction power. So the two objects on a earth also attract each other. Attract means force of attraction. Attraction means a force. One type of the quantity, force. How to measure that force? That A how much attract B, B how much attract A. There is attraction force. So how to find? Now this force of attraction. Force of attraction is proportional to the product of mass m1, m2. Any two body on a earth attract each other, which is directly proportional. When we are writing in the numerator, means directly proportional to the product of the mass m1 into m2. m1 into m2. Two body attracts each other on a mass, that is on a earth, that is how much? It is directly proportional to the product of the mass and inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Now from center to center, how much is the distance? R. R is the distance between two distance. Okay. When in direct proportion, indirect proportional, you have learned in 8th standard that if x is directly proportional to y, x is equal to ky. Now this is a constant. When x is inversely proportional to y, x is equal to k by y. So this is a constant. So like that, when force is directly proportional to m1 and m2, force is inversely proportional to the distance between. These are the two bodies on a earth, A and B, having mass m1, having mass m2, and from center of the center to center r square, or distance also you can write, distance r. So under two conditions, force will act directly proportional to the product of both m1 into m2 and inversely proportional to the. What is the meaning of these two mathematical relation in a sentence wise, in a example wise? Force directly proportional to the m1 m2 means more the mass. If the object is bigger, more attraction. That is why earth is the biggest, so the highest attraction. So when m1 is increased, force increase. If m2 is increased, force increase. That is why directly proportional. In directly proportional, always we write in numerator. So if m1 more, force more. If m2 more, force more. Now it is indirectly reversible depending on the distance. If they are closer, so smaller number, we have to divide by smaller number. So the fraction will be increased. So less the distance, more the power. More the power of attraction. If it is at far, more distance, bigger number, when we will divide by square of the bigger number, the overall answer will be shorter. So more the distance, less attraction. Less the distance, more attraction. Follow? Now we combine this. This is point number 1, this is point number 2, this is point number 3. Now this formula I will combine. Directly proportional numerator, inversely proportional denominator. Now as I have cancelled this and this, here we are adding capital G. One, two, three, 4. We are learning Newton universal law. In Newton's law, gravitations come. Force of attraction. I am given different object attract towards the earth. Now I am comparing not earth and object. I am comparing now two different objects on a earth. Now Newton's universal law says that any two body on a earth, they also attract each other. Two body also attract each other. That is directly proportional to the product of their mass. If the A is larger, more attraction. If B is also large, remove this. What is the number? Thus, what is the number? What is the name? Sahil, already I have removed 60. Second time he entered, okay. Newton universal law of gravitation. Now we will not compare object and earth. We will compare again from zero. I am explaining. In first lecture we have compared any object with compared to earth. And why object is attracted towards the earth? Because the earth is the largest mass, biggest mass. So all the with this example, all the objects are attracting towards the center of the earth. Now, Newton universal law, we are comparing two objects on a earth. They also attract each other. Any two body on earth attract each other. Means force of attraction. That how much force of attraction, that we have to find. That is why it is known as universal force of attraction. This body attract with this, so these two are also attract each other. These also attract each other. These also attract each other. These also attract each other. A attract this. A attract this. A attract this. A attract this. So any two body will attract each other. It is common for all the object on earth. That is why it is universal. Now, universal law of attraction start from here. Two bodies are there with mass 1, mass 2, and the difference at distance r. Okay, that r square we will write in the formula. This is the distance. Now, force of attraction. Force, always it is product of mass 1 and mass 2. Means if this one is greater, force is more. If this one is more, force will more. But if it is nearer, more attraction. Far less attraction, far less attraction, far less attraction. And one position will come that there will be the zero attraction. So when we will divide by 0, overall force is 0. So force of attraction between two bodies depend on product of mass. First done. Force of attraction between two bodies inversely proportional to the distance, to the square of the distance, to the square of the distance. So now this formula and this formula, part 1 product of the mass, part 2 inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Now these two I have joined, correct? Now I want to remove this, directly proportional, remove constant. So G is a constant of universe. Now this G why we are writing capital? Because it is this is constant of gravitational force. So that we are writing G. Now for that different values you have to remember. Capital G is equal to 6.67 into 10⁻² minus 11 Newton meter square by kilogram square. Now Three number you have to remember with unit. Capital G, this capital constant of gravitation. G 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square divided by kilogram square. This is force of attraction. So Newton meter square divided by kilogram square. And capital M, it is the mass of the earth. Mass of the earth, it is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. 6, write 6 and write 0.00024 times. That much is the weightage. Total earth is of this much kg. In the radius of that circular earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. Means 6, 4, 5 times 0, because reduce the decimal, reduce 1 power. 6400001 meter. That much is the radii of the earth. Now try to understand this formula. We got F is equal to capital G M1 M2, correct? Now earth, take one part as a earth, second part another object. This is for A, this is for B. This is A means earth, B means any object on earth. Earth on earth means touch to the surface. So earth and object. Now I have taken two parts, okay? So M1, M2, and center to center, that is radii only. Now this I will remove. This now I have considered as earth. So G, M, and now no M1, M2. It is small. Capital G itself, it is the earth, mass of earth. Small m, mass of object which is on earth. This distance is a radii. This much is negligible, so this much is the radii. So now gravitation force of attraction is G mm by r square. F is equal to G m by r square. This is a constant. You have to write 6.67. This is a mass of a earth. This is the mass of a object. This is the radii of the earth. Yes, this number in objective they will ask. Sometimes they ask only this unit. Sometimes they will ask only numbers. Which? Newton meter square. Newton meter square divided by kilogram, kg square. This is kg, only kg. This is only meter. Radii always we measure in meter. This we measured in kilogram. Weight of the earth and the force of gravitation. This number and unit very important. Universal constant. What is, how much is the universal constant? 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11. What is the unit of universal constant? That is Newton meter square by kilogram square. Now consider this as a negligible, means compared to earth it is very less. So F it is gm by r square. Now how to get g? Sorry, now these three number we will add 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 into mass 6 into 10 raised to 24 divided by 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. This will be on an average 6.9 around. So that gravitational force of attraction, always small g what we are taking, force of attraction, gravitational force that we are taking g as 9.8 meter per second. In the textbook it is not in the syllabus, but that I have explained additional, that compared to earth this mass is negligible, don't count. Suppose you want to count g, so F r square, no, suppose you have to count this, so I have substituted capital G, I have substituted capital N, I have substituted capital R. Now overall this gives a result of 9.8 meter per second square. So the gravitational force of attraction towards the earth. Now one derivation is given that I want to explain. Kriplet's law 3 you have to buy it with the diagram, with related to diagram, these three number up to now, these are the very important part. First I'll write then velocity is equal to distance divided by time. So the distance is 2 pi r because it is a parameter. By t, and force is equal to mv square divided by r. So m v square means 2 pi r divided by t overall square divided by r. So force is equal to m 4 pi square r square divided by this t for m r square r square r. This r cancelled. Okay, right. R. Then 1 r will cancel. M 4 pi square only r t square. Now t square by r cube. See, speed is equal to distance by time. So the distance means from here to here, circle. From here to here, circle. It is 2 pi r divided by t. And force of attraction, that is 4m, F is equal to mv square by r as per the formula. And V is equal to this total square. So m 2 to the 4 pi square r square divided by t square, and under that r is also there. Now r and r will cancel, so 4m 4 pi r square by t square. Now this is according to Kepler's law, r cube divided by t square. And something is wrong with this. Okay. At the end you have to write what is a constant. 4m r square divided by k. This is a constant. 4 m r, these are constant. So force is equal to 4 m pi square r square t. Speed is equal to distance into time. Speed is equal to distance divided by time, and distance means circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r divided by t, square of this, and simplify. At the end, the force of attraction. So 4 is constant, pi is also constant, radius of the earth also it is constant. This derivation they will not ask, but for your information, otherwise you will tell that it is in the textbook and yet you didn't explain. So the circular motion, the force of attraction towards the center means centripetal, away from the center, centrifugal. So the force of attraction towards, this is given in page number 5, don't worry. Not to examples, all example given that I am not. Earth gravitation force. Now whatever we have learned, that we have to generalize. Earth gravitation force. What is the meaning of earth gravitation force? Earth attract each and every body on earth towards the center of the earth. That is a earth gravitational force. Earth attracts each and every body on earth. To whom it attract, where it attract, that 2 points you have to include. Earth attracts each and every body towards the center of the earth. That is gravitation force of attraction by earth. Now one topic which is important, that is 3 law of Kepler's law. Then capital G, capital M, capital R, 3 values. Now small g will change. That is a very interesting topic. In that we will cover in next lecture. So before that you just give me attendance. Don't leave, okay? Can you send me the roll number, exact roll number of these two people or 2-3 people who have disturbed 47 and 60? 47 and 60. Okay, now from the top tell one number fast. 20.